Hey guys, um, yeah, hello guys, welcome back to another video. Um, yeah, so, okay, um, yeah, so, welcome back to another video. If you guys are wondering why I am still playing Bendy and the Ink Machine, well, that's just because I want to show you the archives. Yeah, the archives part that I unlocked yesterday. And maybe show you the chapter selection part. Like with the seeing tool. I don't know, because I just feel like it, alright? And it should be fun, so yeah. So, if So, if you guys are wondering how long this video is going to be, it's going to be about 15 minutes. Alright, so the timer is going to go off at 9:34 p.m. because I started this video at 9:19. So, that's cool. But before we get started, I actually woke up at 11:59 in the morning. But before that, I woke up at 6:24 in the morning. I think. But yeah, so I then went back to sleep until 11:59, so that's cool. And for breakfast, I had a very late breakfast. I just had honey toast for breakfast. So that's cool. Yeah, it is cool. And for dinner, I am having chicken stir fry for dinner. So that's cool. And I'm also drinking cherry Pepsi. So that's awesome. Anyway, let's get started. I basically turned the music down because it was getting super hard to concentrate. I turned the music down because it was getting super hard to concentrate and tell you stuff. So yeah. See? We're going to the archives, guys. Well, okay. Before I read any of these words, and before I actually start reading, I just want to say something. I was actually here yesterday. Yeah, shortly after I finished chapter 5 of the game. I just decided to come to the archives without filming because I just wanted to, and it was pretty cool. Because I actually got a trophy yesterday called Standing Proud. Yeah, I got a trophy called Standing Proud yesterday, and it was at 1:44 in the morning that I got it, so that's cool. If you want to know how I got it, this video is recording, so that's good. If you want to know how I got the Standing Proud trophy, it was because I stood right here. It's because I stood right here. It's because I stood right here where I am, so that's kind of cool. So yeah. And also, yesterday, I did also go to the character selection, and I went from chapter 1. Yeah, I went from chapter 1 all the way to chapter 5 with the seeing tool. So, it was actually pretty cool. Except for chapter 5, you already unlock the seeing tool. But I still wanted to go to chapter 5 again because it was cool. Anyway, why don't we just read this and then I'll show you some of the other stuff. So, why not? So, let me read this to you guys. So yeah, it says, Henry Stein, once an equal business partner of Joey Drew. Henry Stein was a talented animator and character designer until leaving the company. Yeah, leaving the company around 1930. His place in Joey Drew Studios history is somewhat undocumented, but he is often rumored to be the true creator behind many of the studio's most memorable characters. Oh, that's pretty cool. It is. Okay, I am going to read this quickly. Yeah, let's read this, okay? So yeah. So, it says, welcome to the archives. Yeah, welcome to the archives. Bendy and the ink machine began when the developer / cartoonist known as the Meatley experimented with bringing a sketched 2D style into a 3D world after turning the idea into a horror game. Chapter 1 of the game was created in a little under a week. Oh, that's kind of cool. With a program, or I should say, with programmer / friend Mike Mood, and released on February 10th. Yeah, it released on February 10th in 2017. So that's cool. Much to their surprise, it struck a chord with global indie gamers almost overnight. The Meatley and Mike Mood decided to drop all their projects to work on Bendy and tell a most unique ink story. The entire game was completed a chapter at a time in a year and a half by a small but dedicated group of indie developers, although the concept and story remained as originally intended. The game changed over development as characters and mortals, yeah, well, not mortals, I meant models, were refined. Yeah, were refined. Yeah, were refined from their early thrown together versions. This archive is a peek behind the scenes at that process. Okay, that's amazing. Oh yes, I remember this guy. I remember this guy. This is Brute Boris. Yeah, Brute. Yeah, Brute Boris. It says Alice Angels monstrously Brute Boris was one of the biggest surprises of Chapter 4. His design was roughly based on the Frankenstein monster, but with a more unfinished appearance. Alice took parts from within him and substituted things that his body is rapidly rejecting. Okay, let's just read this quickly. So it says Boris the Wolf. Boris the Wolf, a friend to the end, was designed using various references from cartoons of the 1920s, a blend of West Coast and East Coast animation styles. This silent and supportive wolf won over the hearts of many, although at times he was a headache for the development team due to his AI taking on a mind of its own during production. That's kind of crazy. So this is the beta Boris. This is what he looks like. Oh, that's cool. So it says Papa. Yeah, Papa was the original name of the character that eventually became Boris the Wolf. This early version was released with Chapter 1. He was quickly refined into the Boris we know today with the release of Chapter 2. Oh yeah, I know this guy. This is Tom. Yeah, this is Tom, so that's cool. And this is the good Alice, so that's cool. I know this is the bad Alice, so that's kind of crazy. Well, it is, so yeah. Oh my gosh, there's a lot to read. Okay guys, I'm just going to make this video about 10 minutes longer. Alright guys, we just gotta hurry up. This video is probably going to be about 26 minutes, unfortunately, but it's okay. I just gotta read this quickly and then we'll do whatever. It says, Final Sammy. Sammy Lawrence's final form came complete with a bulked up stature and more powerful limbs. The mad songwriter. What the hell? I guess it says the mad songwriter may finally get noticed now, at least by fans. This is the beta Sammy, with his first appearance in Chapter 2, fan favorite, Sammy Lawrence became a terrifyingly entertaining character. When his slim build was deemed not threatening enough, he was redesigned and given a better skeletal rig for more advanced animation. This is the final searcher. The final searchers were far more robust in appearance. They were smoother with better ink effects and a more human appearance. This is the beta searcher, early in development, with just a few weeks to create. Chapter 2, the beta searchers were designed in record time before being fully retooled later on. They were the first fighting enemies encountered in the game. Oh yeah, this is Beast Bendy at the end of Chapter 5, so that's crazy. So yeah. Oh, this says Beast Bendy. Ink Bendy's horrific final form in Chapter 5. Pulled away the cartoon facade and revealed the demon within. And this is Ink Bendy, which I already know about. So yeah. It says Ink Bendy as we know him today, although similar to Beta Bendy. This upgraded version was remodeled, enhanced with a higher polygen count, and given new ink effects. Oh, that's cool. So this is the beta Bendy. This ink Bendy's farm. Yeah, this was ink Bendy's farm until the release of Chapter 4. At that time, the game received a major visual upgrade, and the title character got a new model as well. Oh, this is Alpha Bendy. Oh, cool. This is the original game used design of ink Bendy from the earliest version of Chapter 1. It is jokingly referred to as bird poop, with a smile among the development team. This is Concept Bendy. This is the first version of Bendy ever modeled. In the earliest concepts, Bendy was much smaller and cuter, with a face that split open to reveal a terrifying smile. Or terrifying mouth, I should say. This is the last one we need to read. It says original ink machine. Before a major visual upgrade, this version of the ink machine was the one used in the game. Much of this machine's iconic fan-loved design was translated into the final version. Well, that's cool. Oh, wait. Actually, no, there's another word we have to read. The Butcher Gang. The Piper, Striker, and Fisher make up the dreaded Butcher Gang. Interestingly, the ink-corrupted versions of the characters were designed first, and then reverse-engineered back into their more family-friendly cartoon forms. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope y'all enjoyed the archives. So let's go to the character selection quickly. I don't know why it says current objective, unclog the paddle wheel, tip, use the Ghent pipe. Well, don't worry about that. That was when I was on Chapter 5 yesterday. Or looking at it. I'm going to do this very quickly. I'm just going to look at Chapter 1, alright? And then I'll go to Chapter 4 quickly. We're not going to stay in Chapter 1 very long. I just want to use the seeing tool, so yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Hurry and load.
Alright, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. Sorry about that. I am just going to go to a new chapter, to Chapter 2, the old song.
guess there's only one thing to do. Press on. See if I can find a way out.
Oh my gosh, guys. Look, I know the timer just went off again, so this video could be 27 minutes, but I'm not going to look again. I'm not going to keep setting another timer. I'm just going to end this video soon. Okay, guys. Let's go to chapter 3. Which is Rise and Fall. Look, I know this video might be longer than I anticipated. It was supposed to be 15 minutes and then 26 minutes, and it might have been 27 minutes, but it's probably going to be longer than that. I just hope you guys don't mind that. I'm just showing you all the chapters, alright? Alright guys, yeah, so we're in chapter 3, so hope you all enjoy. Yeah, I know this video might be 30 something minutes, but that's okay. It will still upload on time before midnight, hopefully. Well, if we end it soon. Oh yeah, this looks pretty cool. Oh, it says, "Who am I now?" That's amazing. It says something. Oh, it says, "I'm sorry, buddy." It says, "Reminds me of home." Oh, cool. I don't think there's anything else in this safe house. So we're gonna leave, okay? So now I'm going to go to Colossal Wonders, which is chapter 4. I know yesterday I also went to chapter 5 with the seeing tool, but I decided I'm not going to do that today because you already unlock the seeing tool in chapter 5 anyway, so there's no point in going back. So I am only doing chapter 4 and then we're done. Okay, so yeah.
Alright, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
Is there anything in chapter 4? I mean, probably. So let's go see. Well, there might be, actually. Wait, hold on. There could be. Well, is there not? Alright guys, I still showed you the seeing tool. See? Oh, wait. I just saw a message. It says, he can't be saved. Let me just read that without the seeing tool. It says, he can't be saved. Well, why didn't I see that before? Well, I don't know. Well, guys, I just hope you all enjoy this video. When it said he cannot, when it said he can't be saved about Boris, that is actually kind of sad because I just realized you can't actually save Boris, meaning, well, it means Boris was never going to make it. Because he was doomed from the start, which is kind of sad, so yeah. Alright guys, it's already 9:54 p.m. I think I'm going to end this video now. I know this video was originally going to be 15 minutes, but it's probably way longer than that. I can check after I end this video, alright? So yeah, I hope you all enjoy. Goodbye!